Hey guys, Van here from rcnightmare.com. What I'm going to show you today is how to work the transmission on a Traxxas Summit. As you can see, I have the Traxxas Summit here with the top off, and one cool feature about this truck is that you can lock either the front or both the front and the rear diffs so that the wheels will turn together. And it's actually a 2-speed truck, so you can go from high speed to low speed, vice versa. And the speed changing and the diff locking is actually all done remotely from the remote, so you don't have to bring the truck back to you and change it out like that. It's just at your fingertips. So on the radio here, the transmitter, this is your standard 2.4 gigahertz transmitter from Traxxas, except with a couple extra switches. Right here by the thumb rest, you can see a toggle switch. What this does is controls your high gear, low gear switch, and on the front here, just by the front of the transmitter, you see a 3-position toggle switch there, and this is what controls which diffs are locked and if they are locked at all, actually. So the 3 position being at the full top or upper position is unlocked, just like normal diffs unlocked. In the middle position, what that does is it will lock the front diffs, and in the lower position it locks both diffs. Now, why would you want to lock your diffs? Well, if you were racing with this truck, you would want the diffs to be unlocked, so that when you're cornering and whatnot, you get better control that way. But in crawling applications, you may find that when you're going over large boulders or any obstacles where you would have a high center, or your one wheel is touching the ground but the other wheel is off, if you don't lock your diffs in this situation, the wheel that's off of the ground is just going to be spinning wildly and not moving you anywhere. So in that situation, you're going to want to lock your diffs. Whether you lock just the front or the rears will depend on the situation you find the truck in, but same principle. Locking the diffs will make them turn in tandem, so hopefully getting you out of that situation. Alright, so let's go ahead and demonstrate this. I'm just going to power everything back on here. Okay. Alright, so first what we're going to go over is the locking of the diffs. So right now it's in the topmost position. In that position, the diffs are unlocked. So to demonstrate, so I'm holding the rear tire here on this truck, and the other 3 are spinning fine. And I'm just going to move to the front and hold the front tire on this side. You can see the other 3 are spinning fine. So now let's go and lock the front diffs. When I move it to the middle position, servo on the top right here moves and locks the front diffs. So what should happen here is on the back it should still work like we just saw it, but on the front what's going to happen is if I hold this, I'm not going to be able to hold it still. So let's go. So as you can see, I'm holding the rear tire here and the other side is spinning. Now onto the fronts. There. So I'm trying to hold this, but it's wanting to get out of my hands. So I'm just letting it go, but just to demonstrate though, both are spinning together. So it means they're locked. The rears were still unlocked. And if that doesn't get you out of your situation, what you can do is lock both diffs, and that's in the bottom position. When you do that, both the front and the rears are locked. So as you can see, and then just to, again, there you have it. Okay, and the locking of the diffs are actually controlled by two servos on the front here, two little mini servos, one for the front and one for the rears, and depending on what position you move the toggle switch to, one or the other fires or both fire. Okay, so I'm gonna unlock the diffs, and the next thing I'm gonna show you is the effect of changing the transmission from high speed to low speed. And it's going to take it off of the box here. Let's demonstrate this. It's easier to tell when it's off the box, I think. Or maybe not. We'll see. Just might run off the table. Okay, so right now it's set for high speed with the thumb trigger down. So I don't know if you can hear what was happening, but it's going to be a different sound from the transmission with it on low speed. So I'm going to switch it to low speed. So the other mini servo here switched the transmission to low speed. As you can see, it's moving a lot slower and much more controllable for being on top of a table. If I switch it back to being on high speed, it's not gonna stay on this table for long. So there you have it. The Traxxas Summit and how to adjust the transmission from high speed, low speed, and changing which diffs are locked, if any, remotely from the transmitter. So if you have any other questions about this Traxxas Summit, you can post them in the comments below or check out our website at rcnightmare.com. Thanks.